I lived on a cruise ship with 500 other college students for over 100 days. And as you can imagine, it got pretty crazy. Last spring, I embarked on a study abroad program called Semester at Sea, sailing over 14,000 nautical miles across 3 continents. I found a love and passion for videography, so I documented and vlogged the entire thing. Welcome to my channel. This is the very first video on our series in which I fly to Thailand for 5 days and then begin my journey on Semester at Sea. The journey begins December 29th, 2023 in my hometown, St. Louis, Missouri, where I have lived my entire life. Now, I'll be leaving my hometown and everything familiar to go on an adventure of a lifetime for the next 5 months. I had 4 total flights to get to Phuket, Thailand, and it was now December 31st, New Year's Eve. I explored the beach and the surrounding area before checking into our hostel with Josh, one of my first semester at sea friends. The hostel threw a sick party, including a foam pool. After that, we hit the streets for the rest of our New Year's Eve celebrations. We pretty much went from club to club, each one more packed than the rest. I'm not a huge drinker myself, but I did chug a coconut to celebrate New Year's.
Oh shit, there he goes.
As the clock got closer to striking midnight, everyone started rushing to the beach. I've never seen this many people before in one place. But once the fireworks show began, I knew exactly why it was so popular. It was my first night in a completely new country, celebrating the beginning of a year that will change me forever. I got to light a lantern with other students on Semester at Sea, Voyage 133. The only thing left to do was party the night away with some locals. The next day, I kept seeing these gun ranges on the street everywhere, so of course I had to try it. I wasn't sure which gun to go with though, so I went with what I thought would be the easiest.
This is for the male audience.
Ready?
Yeah. Put back up. No. Yeah. Okay.
We then drove to Phuket to meet with Josh's dad, great guy, and plus, he paid for us to go on a boat adventure ride, which was so much fun. The next day, I got to the airport, flew back to Bangkok, and immediately drove down to Pattaya to go scuba diving with Danny. This was my first ever dive after getting SCI certified last month in Pensacola, and wow, it was so worth it. There were thousands of fish everywhere. We saw this crazy shipwreck very deep. I'm not even sure if my open water certification allows me to do shipwreck diving, but it was insane. And the best part is that our scuba instructor cooked us some pad thai on the boat after that was delicious. We had the 2-hour drive back to Bangkok. I did some laundry. We walked around the city. They sure do know how to celebrate the holidays here and have such a good time. They had a ton of Pokemon blow-ups and statues, which was super cool. That night we took a tuk-tuk out, which was an experience itself, and then checked out one of the nicest malls in the world, Icon Siam. And once we arrived at this mall, we were in awe at how grand and insane this mall actually is. What got me was that even the restrooms were incredibly fancy. I felt like an absolute king, so I insisted on going on this fancy river cruise that was $59. I said goodbye to Icon Siam and helped myself to the buffet right in front of me. And it was magical and everything I ever hoped for. It was a couple hours long and we sung our hearts out into the night. The next day, I decided I'd go to an elephant sanctuary with a couple other SAS students for 4,000 baht, or $110. We arrived and were instantly tasked with feeding the elephants, so I got straight to work. These elephants were crazy over these watermelons. Also, this is Josiah. Crazy story. I met him last night actually and reached out to him on Snapchat so I could find someone to go with me on this elephant sanctuary trip. They just kept eating and eating. I don't think they would ever stop. Once they somehow got full, they thought it would be funny to mess with us.
He's not happy.
After getting absolutely clowned on by these elephants, we figured it was time to move on. This time, we would be cutting grass to help prepare another meal for these elephants, as if they needed more. We randomly ran into two other sassers at this elephant sanctuary, Kylie and Emily. After about an hour, it was already time to make the elephants a midday snack. So we combined the cut grass as well as bananas and other ingredients by mixing the bowl directly with our hands to create these giant mud balls that we would feed directly to the elephants.
Okay, you guys ready? Go feed it. Okay, we're ready.
You'd literally just put the mud ball in its mouth. Of course, Kylie was ready for the elephant to drop it like earlier, but I don't even know what she was expecting to do with her hands. Unfortunately, Josiah did not have the same luck I did.
Wow.
But the same elephant took my mud ball, so... And speaking of mud, it was time for the elephants to get a mud bath. And of course, we had to clean the elephants, get rid of all the mud that we just put on them. And of course, the elephants pulled one last prank on us. The elephants looked very happy, fed and cleaned. Our work here was done, and we got to celebrate with some lunch over this beautiful landscape.
Yeah, he's fine. Now will you don't have to knock.
That night, we left the hotel by tuk-tuk, of course. We met up with some other sassers, packed in a huge van, and hit the streets for a food tour, which had some incredible tasting food and desserts that I don't know how to live without, as well as some arguably not as tasty food that I had to try. Of course, I had some other options, but I was too full to try anything else. And then we ended the night on another tuk-tuk ride and got ready for our last full day in Thailand. We had a boat tour today, so we left the hotel and enjoyed the ride. We had some extra bread, so started throwing some bread out to the fish, and immediately a huge swarm of fish appeared out of nowhere.
There's so many. Oh my god. Daddy, look at this. Oh my god. Holy shit. I wanted to see how many fish there truly were, so I stuck my GoPro down in the water and got this insane shot. We saw some pretty cool and massive landmarks around the area. One thing I love about Thailand is that I can wear this fit and blend in. And just like that, it was our last day in Thailand and first day stepping foot on the ship I would be on for the next 104 days. Holy shit. Oh my god. Oh my god, I'm like shaking.
It's insane.
This is insane. Studying abroad a semester at sea.
I made my way to my cabin, and then 5 minutes later, the lifeboat alarm sounded and all chaos erupted. This is my roommate Drew. I met him online. He seems like a really cool guy, but I'm crossing my fingers because I've definitely had some rough roommates in the past.
So I'm actually just introducing somebody, but I thought I'd dance onto the stage just for yas. So,
It was now time to say goodbye to Thailand and begin the journey of a lifetime on semester at sea. Next time in Malaysia.
Stranded on the side of the road in Malaysia, 200 miles from Kuala Lumpur.